CBS4's Jim DeFede, who has interviewed Roger Stone on numerous occasions, joins us now. So let's start with the indictment, Jim.
Sure.
What's in it?
So we've been going through the indictment, and I think it's important to lay out a couple of ground rules. I think there is no real smoking gun in this indictment. There is nothing that, for instance, brings down the presidency or even cause serious problems for the president in the larger scheme of things. This is Robert Mueller sort of painting a mosaic, trying to give the full impression of everything he's doing to try to sort of span the good distance between the Trump campaign and the possible ties to Russia, which is his mandate. So therefore, you've seen the stuff about the Trump Tower meetings. You've seen other things that he's doing. This deals with the WikiLeaks portion of it. Obviously, President Donald Trump was obsessed with WikiLeaks, kept talking about it on the campaign trail. When will the next WikiLeaks dump drop? It appears that behind the scenes, the Trump campaign folks were also communicating with Roger Stone, hoping he could find out some inside information. Now, whether or not Roger Stone had actual inside information from Julian Assange, that's in doubt. There's nothing here that says that Roger Stone actually had true connections with Julian Assange. Instead, what this indictment is about Roger Stone lying about those connections, so that when he appeared before the House Intelligence Committee and the Senate Intelligence Committee, and they said, "Do you have any emails about anything regarding WikiLeaks?" And he said no. Well, Mueller's team found those emails. So he's lying about the things he told the committee. It's not what he actually did that's got him into trouble. It's lying about what he did.
All right, Jim, now you've interviewed Roger Stone on several occasions. I want to know what you think of this guy. I mean, obviously, he's very colorful. That may be Roger Stone.
It may have been. We've been trying to reach him.
Roger Stone's calling right now.
We've been trying to call him. Go ahead.
It's not Roger Stone?
That's not. Go ahead. Keep going.
I'll ask you the question. Is it all ego? Does he really believe in what Donald Trump stands for and what Richard Nixon stood for?
Yeah.
Or is he doing this just because he can get away with some of these dirty tricks that he's pulled off for so many years?
They have a history. Donald Trump and Roger Stone have had a very, very long history with each other, going back to the 80s even. Roger Stone was a lobbyist for the Trump Organization in Washington, D.C. way back 30, 40 years ago. One of the things that you realize is that Roger Stone was one of the people who actually was encouraging Donald Trump to run for president for more than 30 years. Now, that, by the way, that you're looking on the screen, that's the office that the FBI raided today. It's really not so much an office as it is sort of his sanctuary. He's got all of his Nixon memorabilia there. He also has a radio studio there. Roger Stone's ability to communicate either through a radio show that he has, using InfoWars on the online website, other things, that's going to be key. You're going to see Roger Stone in the next 24 hours making appearances both on Fox News, on InfoWars, on a number of conservative things. One of the things he's going to be doing is trying to raise money, because his defense is going to cost a great deal of money. One of the things he's been doing for the last few months is actually signing little stones, autographing them and trying to sell them to raise money. He's been selling them for $10 a stone, literally. So, I mean, Roger Stone has always been a colorful character.
All right. Do you have any of those stones on your desk?
I don't know yet.
So anyone else named in the indictment, either directly or indirectly?
So there's one element here that a lot of the media is focused on, and deservedly so. I'll just read this one portion. After the July 22nd, 2016 release of stolen DNC emails by WikiLeaks, a senior Trump campaign official was directed to contact Stone about any additional releases. So that's one of the things that people are focused on. Is this the Mueller's team sort of saying to themselves, look, there were folks within the Trump campaign that were trying to move the discussion about WikiLeaks along. So who is that person? We don't know. That person is not identified in there, and I don't want to speculate. But there's only a small group of people within the campaign that were likely dealing with Roger Stone. The ones that we know about, that have been talked about, Steve Bannon, Paul Manafort, Donald Trump himself. Roger Stone has told me he often communicated with Donald Trump even after he was let go from the campaign. So this is all part of the ongoing, as I said, the larger picture that Mueller is trying to paint about what's going on here.
All right, Jim, thank you very much.